Hello students, today we are going to learn about how the law of diminishing marginal utility apply in derivation demand curve. Students, we all know human wants are unlimited, but the resources available to satisfy these wants, these are the limited. So, the problem of choice arises. Then, in this situation, how does a person behave? Does the desire to buy a good become a demand? Then, what is demand? In economics, demand refers desire. Desire means to wish, and desire should be supported to ability to pay and willingness to pay. For example, desire for book cannot become demand unless the person who desires to purchase a book and willingness to buy a book. So, demand means the quantity of good that a consumer purchase in a market at particular price and at particular time. It's called a demand. Means demand refers to the amount of the commodity that a consumer is willing to buy and is able to afford. How? Given prices of the goods and income of the consumer. Then it is called the demand. And law of demand explains the relationship between price of commodity and demand for commodity. Here, the law of demand tells us other things remaining constant. Other things means prices of the other goods, consumer income, preference of the consumer. All these things are the constant. And when the price of commodity increases, demand for it decreases. Means when the price of goods and services become more, then demand for that commodity become less. And when the price of commodity decreases, then demand for it increases. Means when the price of goods and services become less, then demand for that commodity become more. Students, we will explain this with the help of an example. See here, suppose a consumer wants to purchase tomato in the market. Here, demand of the consumer depends on price of commodity, and as price of commodity varies, means if the price of goods and services change, then demand for commodity also varies, means demand for that commodity also changes. We will explain this with the help of the individual demand schedule. See here, the first column of individual demand schedule shows us price of tomato per kilograms in rupees, and second column shows demand for the tomato. Here, if the price of tomato is rupees 4, then quantity demanded is 12 kilograms. Means at the price rupees 4, the consumer demanded 12 units of the tomato. Here, if the price increases to rupees 6, then quantity demanded 8 kilograms. Likewise, if the price increases to rupees 8, the quantity demanded only the 4 kilograms. Means it shows that when the price of tomato increases, the demand for tomato decreases, and when the price of tomato decreases, then demand for tomato increases. Students, we will be explaining it with the help of the diagram. See here, in the diagram, on the OX axis we measure the quantity demanded, and on OY axis we measure the price of the commodity. Here, DD is the demand curve, and various points means E, F, G, H, I. These all points shows us the different price levels. For example, point E, which shows that when the price is rupees 4, then quantity demanded is 12 kilograms, means at the price rupees 4, consumer demanded 12 kilograms tomato. Point G shows when the price is rupees 6, then quantity demanded is 8 kilograms, and so on. Means here it shows that there is the inverse relationship. Inverse relationship means opposite relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. Here the demand curve slopes downward from left to right. Means an explanation for a downward sloping demand curve depends on the notion of diminishing marginal utility. According to diminishing marginal utility, when consumer buys more units of the commodity, the marginal utility continues to decrease. See here, if the consumer buys more units of the commodity, then marginal utility continues to decline. Therefore, consumer will buy more units when the price of commodity falls. Means here, consumer will not willing to pay as much for each additional unit, and this results downward sloping of the demand curve. So students, this is all about how the diminishing marginal utility apply in derivation demand curve.